Hi guys, Zach here with another Commander Conquer Red Alert video. In this game I'm playing a free-for-all match on the map Super Bridgehead. I'm starting in the bottom right position playing as the Soviets. So the bottom right position is actually a pretty great position to be in on this map. It's got lots of gems on the next to the ore patch, which you start near. So yeah, it's probably one of the best positions you can start in really in this game. And first of all, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sending some scouts out. I do need to be careful as teams usually want to start on the bottom left or somewhere around the bottom left anyway. And then there's another team that can start above us. So I'm sending infantry in both positions because either of those positions could attack us early on. And now I'm getting this war factory, and you can see that I've built a silo as well. Because my ore truck's going to be collecting gems, I don't want to waste any of the ore. And I'm just focusing on, at this point, getting as many infantry out and getting infantry out to all the main points. You can see them spread out, just so no scouts can get into my base, because I don't want them to be able to see what I'm doing. And there you can see me placing my first war factory, and now I'm going to go for a service depot, because when you're in free-for-all matches, you can, well, it's always a risk to go for multi-MCV, but people are usually a bit less aggressive. And we can see green there, I think it was to the left of us. So we've got a bit of visibility there, so we can see a bit of what they're doing. And now I've got the service depot out. I'm going to build 2 MCVs. And I'm going to build another war factory just to increase that building speed. The advantage of having more MCVs is that you can build structures faster, and once you really get that economy going, it gives you a big advantage. So yeah, just getting that waiting for that second war factory to go, and just sending some infantry out to the other points. And I'm just pausing there because I was siloed. And now I've got that second war factory out. I'm going to get another ore silo and get a power plant so I'm not low on power. And I just paused the MCV and started building again just to give it that, because when it has a faster building speed, it's best to do that. And now I'm going to take that MCV a bit further up north. There's actually a box there, so that's pretty good if I can get that. And what we want to do really is we want to get this MCV a bit further up just so we can get to that next ore patch, and so I can spread my ore trucks out. Because if you put them all on the same patch, it's great for the short term, but in the long term, you're going to use it up pretty quickly, and these matches can last quite a while. And we can see they're green with some of those light tanks coming out. So now my next ore refinery is going to go on the next ore patch, and I'm moving my next MCV up further to the top. You can see an ore patch there in the gap. Of course, I'm going to have that faster building speed right at the moment. I'm going to deploy it there actually just so I can get my ore refinery like sort of on the top part of the ore patch, because then my ore trucks will be more efficient because I don't have to like go around it when they come back into the ore refinery. It's always better if the ore refineries are on the top of the ore patch rather than below them. And I'm just keeping an eye on them because they seem to be having some light tanks, and that could spell trouble for me. What I need to make sure though is I get my economy going so I can make use of that multi-MCV. Multi-MCV isn't useful if you don't have like a big economy. And I'm going to build another war factory now. Just getting some of these infantry further to the left. All's looking good so far. And I'll just get another war factory up there. And I've spread some of my important buildings around, so hopefully everything will be okay. And I just need to be cautious as well because there is a team at the top right position, which could cause me a bit of trouble. And I'm going to get a radar dome so I can see what's going out. And you can see that, yeah, green are actually coming in. So that caught me a bit off guard. And now I'm going to need to build some war factories or Tesla coils just to get more tanks out. But you can see a light tank attack now, and now green is pulling back. Now what I wonder is, do they think they've got my only MCV? They might do. You can see I'm quite low on tank numbers right at the moment, and green look like they're going to come for an attack again. We'll just have to defend and fight this out, although it looks like my tank numbers will probably be great enough to deal with this. But you can see now I'm struggling a bit for ore because I did build my 4th war factory, which is quite a lot of war factories to have. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build a Tesla in place, because Teslas do a lot of damage to those light tanks. But now we see green falling back now, going back to his base. And And now the fight's commencing again. We can see he's got good tank numbers, so I've got the heavy tanks in there. Obviously, they're stronger than the light tanks, but light tanks can outnumber. So if he gets good numbers, then he could cause me a bit of trouble. So it looks kind of even at the moment. I've also got a Tesla coil ready to place once I go back to my base, but I need to focus on microing my tanks, move them around, and usually use something called Q move, where you hold Q down so they keep on attacking while moving your tanks. But you can see now he's transitioning into medium tanks, and I made a big mistake there. I'd stopped building tanks for a moment, so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to pull back and regroup. But what I'm going to do as I do that is I'm placing some Tesla coils, so if he does go on the attack, hopefully we'll be able to hold with the help of Tesla coils. But you can see those light tanks and medium tanks, he does have more at the moment than I do, so I'm going to have to pull back a little bit and just lead him into that Tesla trap. But he seems to be hanging back a little bit, so hopefully I will be okay here. I'm going to get another Tesla coil down, and I think he's trying to go around the outside, maybe circle around my base, and now he's going up to the top, but he's in Tesla coil range, and you can see those Tesla coils doing quite a bit of damage. He seems to be going further into my base. Obviously he knows I have other MCVs, and let's see, what does he go for that MCV? He's going for the ore refinery, actually. I'm not too worried about that. I'm going to get another Tesla down while he's doing that. And it looks like that ore refinery might survive. Well, it will do. And he's wasted a lot of tanks there, because he tried to dive in when there was Tesla there. His tanks just got annihilated eventually, because I have 2 Tesla at the bottom. I was placing another Tesla in the base. So that's a big mistake from green, and now I'm going to be able to go on the attack. And because I have such a tank advantage at the moment, I'm going to take my time to build an extra MCV to send over there while my tanks are fighting, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to have the much stronger army at this point, and I do have 4 war factories, so I'm going to be producing tanks pretty quickly. So now the fight commences again, and you can see those light tanks falling apart quite easily. He's also got medium tanks there, which are probably a bit better in these types of fights, but we'll have to see how that goes. And you can see he's being pushed right back. And I'm just keeping my tank mass alive. I don't think there's any way that green's going to be able to come back from this. And I'm just going to move this this construction yard a bit forward, the MCV, just so I can start using the ore patches once his army's been defeated. So you can see there, I'm just going to build my next ore refinery, and we're just taking out those ore refineries of green. We want him to use as little of that ore as possible, and we'll be making another power plant and just crawling forwards and with another ore refinery. And you can see there's green's war factory, so we'll take those out so he won't be able to produce any more tanks, and it is over for green right at the moment. Yeah, those final buildings going down. You can see his construction yard there, and it looks like he's actually moved from the start. So I guess he moved his MCV to get in a better position, I guess. But I wouldn't have moved it there, because it does take quite a while to move your MCV. Personally, I prefer to base crawl, because it just doesn't hamper your start that much. And green is out of the game. Right, so now I need to think about who's above me. So fortunately, while I've been fighting with green, I haven't been attacked on the right side of the map, which would have been a possibility. And they've possibly been fighting each other on the top of the map, which is why I may not have got attacked yet. And what I'm going to do is I built the airfield so I could get the spy plane and also get some paratroopers, which have fell in right into Cyan's base, it appears. So what we'll do is we'll try and push up now. And yeah, you can see those troopers getting attacked by tanks straight away. But I do have a good tank mass at the moment, and what I'm focusing on is just building up those tank numbers and getting a couple of more MCVs actually, just so I can expand a bit further north again on the left side of the map. So yeah, I've got control of like the whole of the, well, almost the whole of the bottom. I guess the compartment above counts as the bottom as well, but I'm just trying to get some MCVs out, increase my building speed so I can build Tesla super fast if I need to, because that's obviously very helpful if you do have a big attack. My tanks are on the other side of the map. I'm thinking about the right side here, and if I need to build very, very quickly. but you can see my tank numbers are pretty good at the moment, and we're going to go up into this next compartment. And I've also got another war factory out because you can see my economy is doing really, really well. And I'm probably going to place this war factory next to this next MCV that I'm going to place, just so my tanks are coming out here, because this could be a dangerous place where I could get attacked. And I'm just going to build some Teslas quite quickly and just get a bit of a Tesla wall started. It doesn't look like Cyan has responded yet, but he does have some ore trucks going down quite close. So what I'm doing is I'm just crawling up, destroying those ore trucks with the Tesla. And if he hasn't, well, he will have noticed, he will be noticing now, because I've got a lot of Tesla and he's got a lot of ore trucks in this southern part of his base. So we'll have to see what he decides to do. Is he going to go for the attack? And now you can see those heavy tanks coming. We'll have to see what his forces are like. And I think I've probably got the better numbers, and I've also got the Tesla to help me. And yeah, I just think I have the better numbers at the moment. You can see those heavy tanks coming in from his base. I've just got a few Tesla there, which is going to make it very hard. And now there's quite a big fight here, but I do think I have the better army. I also have the better economy behind me, because I've got so much map control. On so many ore patches. I've got about 5 war factories right at the moment, and you can see those tanks that are coming down from his base getting annihilated by those Tesla, and now Cyan is pulling back. The problem is he's not going to be able to catch up with tank numbers, because I have control of all the ore. Now you can see all his ore trucks have been pushed off those ore patches, and I'm going to assume he probably doesn't have much ore left at his main base. We are like over 10 minutes into the game now, and now he's trying to come for the attack on my base, taking out some of the Tesla, but I'm getting my tanks to the other side, and you can see having those extra MCVs is now really helping, because I'm able to build those Tesla numbers up quite quickly. And it doesn't look good for Cyan at the moment. I've also got a load massive tank mass as well, and yeah, you can just see more tanks. They're not in a good position because having to go around those trees, so he's probably getting a decent trade, like tank for tank, but also I've got my Tesla helping behind. And yeah, it's just really, it is going to be quite one-sided. I think it doesn't, and now you can see Cyan having to pull back. He has got Tesla of his own, but I'll probably be able to get that one down, and I can't see that many Tesla left in his base, and it depends whether he has the funds for it as well, because I've done a massive hit on his economy by taking out a lot of those ore trucks and pushing him off a couple of ore patches. You can see another ore truck going down there, and we're pushing further into the base now, and you can see those tanks going down very, very quickly. And I've just got the tank mass advantage at the moment, and we're going to be able to take over his base quite easily now. It's just a matter of destroying his buildings. You can see those ore refineries down, and now Cyan is selling up. It is really good game. And now I can build another ore refinery just to get on the next ore patch, although there isn't much left. Cyan has used pretty much most of the ore there. And now we're right into his base. We can see he's got a couple of war factories there, a service depot, so he has gone for the multi-MCV build, which I think is definitely the right thing to do if you're playing a free-for-all match. Even if you don't do it immediately, later on, it's definitely ideal to go for. I was quite lucky at the start in the position I started in as well. I had quite, well, the opponent, Nick, who was on the bottom of the map, waited quite a little while before he attacked me. He had a bit of a slow start as well, because he moved his MCV at the start. And yeah, Cyan, it looks like, was having a fight with the other team, so didn't have a chance to build up as much. And now we're going up to the top of the map. We can see his last buildings look like they're up there. He's got a small tank force there, but that's going to be no issue. The question is, has the team on the top right had chance to build up? Does he have many forces left? Although at this point, I think I've got so much map control that my forces are going to be building so much faster that I'm not too worried at this point. I'm actually surprised he hasn't gone for attack on the right side of my base while I've been fighting Cyan. But you can see Cyan, he's got quite a large number of ore refineries there, so he's obviously been taking on a lot of ore this game. But yeah, he needed to. And yeah, those last few ore refineries going down will take out his radar dome, and Yeah, so the person in the top right is playing as the allies, so you might well have map visibility and be able to see what's going on, because they do get tech centres. So if he's built up there, he'll be able to see exactly what's going on this side of the map. And now we're going to go over to Red's base, the final player left in this game. I think I destroy all on by accident, actually, in this game, but I didn't mean to. And you can see a lot of fighting's already gone on there. You can see that's where Cyan would have been fighting Red earlier on. And actually, yeah, and he's got some tanks there, but he hasn't got much left by the looks of it. It looks like Cyan was winning that battle, and he'd almost taken out the whole of Red's base. And you can see those tanks going down. Red wasn't even moving them then. And I think, actually, I don't know if Cyan's going for the attack on Red, just... oh, Cyan's actually got a base there. I didn't expect that. Right, so we'll destroy those last two buildings. Surely that's the last of Cyan. And now we're going to take out Red's base. And you can see he's got that base like clumped right to the right of the map. I don't know if he moved there on purpose. He might have. And there you can see Cyan with another construction yard, an MCV there. So we'll have to take out that as well. And now we're just taking out those Red buildings. You can see he's got an extra MCV as well, as long as it's not a fake one, of course. But yeah, Red, I think, being hurt by Cyan, and obviously wasn't in a good position there. And now taking out those ore refineries. I wouldn't set my base up like that, because the ore refineries are a long way from the ore, so it'll take a long time for those ore trucks to collect ore and get it back to the base. And yeah, you can see those last few pillboxes. We'll take out that gap generator. Gap generators obviously do a good job of hiding the map when other people have map vision. And you can see Red is out of the game. And I think Destroy Structures was actually on. It's sometimes it switches automatically, so I never know. And Cyan, I think, has a construction yard, well, an MCV somewhere on the map, and he's tapped out. So that is a good game. So hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.